If you busk, this is a must, the sequel. Hey everybody, Jayce, Allan here. Welcome back to the channel. So if you wonder why I'm holding a handheld microphone right now, it's because I'm about to review the Donner MT2 portable PA system, and you're hearing the output from that PA system right now. I'm talking into a Shure SM58. It's going into the Donner MT2, and the effects that you're hearing are in the Donner MT2. And this is a neat little portable PA with built-in effects, 2-channel PA. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to go over the specs real quick, and we'll do a little music demonstration on it, and we'll see how it sounds. So far, I'm liking it quite a bit. I did a review on the MT1 quite a while ago. I think it may have been last year already, and that was a great small PA to use for either busking or like coffee shops or small venues and things like that. I think this one I'm going to use for vocal practice. You can stream to it from your phone. So if you have backing tracks on your phone, you can stream to it and play those. And I think you can control that as a separate channel, so that you can control the volume. And there's an app, of course. Everything's got an app, and so you can control the volume and the effects and the EQ. And there's some really cool EQ controls, which we'll talk about that too. And you can control it all from the app, so that once you get the speaker set up where you want it, then you don't have to bend down and mess with the knobs and everything. You can control everything right from the app. So if you play out, especially small coffee shops and stuff like that, and use your tablet for your chords and your lyric sheets, you can run the app right on your tablet, so you can control your PA from the tablet as well as have your music and everything right there. So let's go over the specs for this. Okay, so let's talk about the specs on this. I got it set up down here on the floor in my studio. Now that I have the speaker pointing towards me, there is a little bit of ring of feedback wanting to come forward in there, but I've got it pointed towards myself so I can see it. It's a 6.5-inch coaxial speaker. It says 300 watt peak power, 100 watt RMS power. Like I said, it's a 6.5-inch speaker, and then inside there's also a 1.38-inch tweeter. 3-hour quick charge, so it takes 3 hours to charge, but then you get 6 to 8 hours of playtime. 3-channel mixer. You have mic lines, so basically the XLR 1/4-inch combi jacks, 2 of those. You have a 3-position switch on 2 of the channels that support 48-volt phantom power, or you just switch it to regular microphone, or you can switch it to instrument. So if you're running a guitar into it, then you would want to be on instrument. And then each channel strip has treble, middle, and bass controls, and a reverb control. And then a volume, and then you have a master volume, and then treble and bass controls for the 3rd channel, which is actually where your Bluetooth streaming comes in, or you can bring in a stereo line in from either a mini 3.5 millimeter plug or a 1/4-inch plug. And then it has on-the-go recording, so you can plug it into your laptop or your phone via a USB-C cable, and then use it as an audio interface to record direct. And then it also has an XLR line out, so you can run it into a larger speaker if you wanted, more power. And then a few unique features about this is that it has a rear speaker, a 2.5-inch high-frequency driver in the back that points up towards the user so that you can point the speaker, so you don't have to use the speaker as a monitor. So when you're sitting there playing, you can point, it leans back so you can point the speaker away from yourself, but then still hear out of that smaller speaker. Comes in at 14 pounds, and it also supports a speaker pole. There's a speaker pole port in the bottom so that you can mount it to a speaker pole. And then another interesting feature is that it features true wireless stereo pairing, or TWS. So you can take two of these speakers, pair them to one another, and then you'll have true stereo output. And then that would also increase your inputs to 4. So if you're doing an acoustic duo, you could each have your PA, your MT2, and then you could stream your music to it in stereo, so you'd have that true stereo separation. And then each musician would have their own microphone channel and their own guitar channel. Okay, let's check this out. Let's try it out. And we got a guitar set up here. I got a Donner Standard Series Strat style, S-style guitar, whatever you want to call them nowadays, who knows. And I'm going into a Valton GP5 multi-effects pedal, and I've got the app running on my phone here, so we'll talk about that a little bit too, and we'll do some tests. Okay, and what you're hearing is the output from the speaker going into my audio interface, and that's what I'm recording. I'm recording the DI output from the speaker itself. And you can go to the App Store and just search for Donner PA speaker. And you'll want this Donner PA speaker app. And we'll open that. Let me restart it. So you can see, so you have MT1, MT2, MT2S. And so you select the MT2 and you hit connect, and it'll list all your Bluetooth devices that have been connected to your device, your phone. And down here it says MT2 app, so you click on that. Now it says connected. You get a little green check mark. Shows you the battery indicator for the life of the battery of the device. You got a master volume, up and down. And then you have channel 1, channel 2, and then music channel would be your third channel. So if you're playing, streaming music to it, then you can actually control the music too through the playback here. I'm not sure what K mode is. I'll have to look that up. But you got original, backing, and auto. I'm not sure what that is. But then you have this. Then you have this 7-band EQ here. And you have that on each channel. So if you go to channel 1 here, here's your echo and your reverb controls. Your 3-band EQ, that's the same EQ that is on those channel strips. You got a button here for feedback elimination. And then you can see I've got it EQ'd the way I want it. And that's channel 1, that's where my voice is coming through. And then channel 2, guitar channel, so I have the effects turned off. I thought I had noise gate on. Actually, I don't need that because it's in the pedal. And then I did some reverb as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stream sort of a karaoke style backing track off the tablet into the PA itself, and then play along with it like a backing track, like if you were doing a solo gig. So let's check that out. She grew up in Indiana town, had a good-looking mama, who never was around. Well, she grew up tall and she grew up right with the Indiana boys on the Indiana nights. When she moved down here at the age of 18, blew the boys away, was more than they had seen. I was introduced and we both started grooving. Said dig it baby, but I gotta keep moving on. Keep moving on. Last dance with Mary Jane, one more time to kill the day. Summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again. Pigeons down on the market square. She's standing in her underwear, looking down from her hotel room. Nightfall will be coming soon. Oh my, oh hell yes. You gotta put on that party dress. It was too cold to cry when I woke up alone. I hit my last number, I walked to the... Okay, so final thoughts on this. Seems to me like a decent little PA. I mean, the fact that it's got that front-facing speaker in it, I think is really helpful, so you can monitor what's coming out of the speaker without pointing it back at yourself. Because a lot of times when I would perform out using a small PA, like if I was in a small, coffee shop, or if we were down at our friend's winery there, playing out on the patio, I'd want to be able to hear myself too, because it's surprising how even in a small room you can't hear yourself very good. Just playing, you'd think you could hear the acoustic guitar pretty good, but surprisingly you can't. So having that speaker sort of bouncing back at you is pretty nice. It does seem like there's a little bit of the noise floor on this PA seems a little high. It seems like there's a little bit of hiss going on that I can kind of make out a little bit. I don't know how it's going to sound in the recording. And then I noticed I tried it earlier. I plugged it into a larger speaker, and then you get quite a bit of hiss there because what you're doing is just continually amplifying the signal. But as a standalone PA, it works pretty good. It doesn't have a huge amount of volume. It says 300 watt. It says 100 watt RMS. I don't know what any of that stuff means. But it's pretty loud when you get to, it doesn't, it's actually, this is all the way up. So if I turn the mic, see now the noise floor got even higher. But it's not incredibly loud. So I'm it's going to be for a small venue and maybe outdoors. But it doesn't seem super loud like if you were doing an outdoor gig. Having it up on a pole, on the speaker pole, that would probably help quite a bit. Just seems like it needs a little bit more output. I think the MT1 had I think that had an 8-inch speaker in it. Yeah, 8-inch woofer and two 2.5-inch trebles. That was a little bit bigger speaker though. This one's actually laid out nicer. It's more compact. So you're probably making some trade-offs design-wise when it comes to that sort of thing. It's got a handle on the top. It's really comfortable to carry, and like I said, it's got a battery in it, so you don't have to plug it in. So that's another nice thing about it. So I'd be interested in trying this out outside to see if see how well it works. I don't have any gigs this year. I actually just joined another band. As much as I don't know why I keep doing this, but every time I'm in a band, it's like, why am I in a band? But anyway, so maybe I'll try to see if I can set up a gig at my friend's winery and try this out there. Other than that, I think it's great. The vocals on it sound really good. I mean, the you know, I thought maybe there was some kind of a compressor or something in it that made it sound so good, but it just says noise gate, and then the volume, and then you got the EQ, so you can really dial it in EQ wise, and whoops, and then that feedback control. I'm not sure what that does. Probably just notches out whatever signal is feeding back. So yeah, that's nice. And then going from the effects pedal into the PA for the guitar, that's a little, I don't know. The acoustics sounded better. They wanted me to use a Donner guitar. They wanted me to use the Hush, but I don't have the Hush anymore. So I used one of their guitars, and so I used the Vailton pedal because that's the one I had. I get rid of so much stuff. So anyway, so that's a little difficult. You know, you can control the EQ a little bit, but it helps to have an amp if you're going to use electric guitar. But when I was playing with the acoustic, I thought it sounded pretty good. Having the onboard effects is definitely helpful because it gives you that little bit of reverb, and then like I said, it's got an echo on here too, which is kind of cool. So you get a little bit of that slap back. Let me see if I can turn that up. So, hello, 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 hello. You can hear it, see it? That slight echo. And you can set it so that, because right now I have it set for reverb plus echo, but you can turn off the echo and just do reverb, or you can just do echo. And then having the app is pretty nice. So, yeah, I don't know. It seems to be an improvement over the MT1. It's definitely smaller, but that's maybe a drawback too because it doesn't have as big a speaker. And then the fact that you can run it line out into another speaker, so if you wanted a bigger speaker, or you can pair two of these together, seems good too because it seems like that would increase, you know, the volume a little bit. So yeah, so I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I think maybe I should play around with it some more to really decide if it's something that I would really use. But anyway, there you go. They sent it off to me, sponsored review. But you know, again, they don't tell us what to say. They just send it over, and so those are kind of my honest thoughts about it. Again, you're not going to get a super amount of volume from it, so it's definitely going to be useful for smaller venues. But I really want to try it outside, so maybe we'll do a follow-up video a little bit later. Anyway, appreciate everybody for tuning in. This is Jayce Allan with Jayce Allan Guitar. We'll leave the amp on for you.